The December 10th, 2014 meeting of the Milton School Committee will come to order. As is our tradition, please join me in pledging allegiance to our flag and our country. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. The December 10th agenda, there are a few changes. And for under approval of minutes, I've been informed that items B, which is the minutes of the March 12th meeting, item C, which is the minutes of the open budget hearing on March 26th, and item C, which is minutes of the meeting on March 26th, have actually already been voted and approved. So we will be approving minutes from the April 30th reorganization meeting, the October 1st, 2014 meeting, and the October 15th, 2000 meeting. Under Chairman's report, I have removed the follow-up item and added meeting request from the Warrant Committee, and I've added a brief executive session item, contract negotiation strategy for non-union personnel. Any other changes? Maura, do we have anyone for citizen speak? Okay, let's move to approval of minutes.
I'll move the April 30th minutes.
Second.
Any discussion? On approval of the April 30th minutes, all in favor? It's unanimous.
I'll move the October 1st minutes.
Second.
Any discussion? On the motion to approve the October 1st minutes, all in favor? It's unanimous.
I'll move the October 15th minutes. Second.
Any discussion?
I do have a clarification on this one. On the, mark the page numbers, but it's 1, 2, 3, 4, the 5th page on the resolution regarding reinstitution of earmarking. When I first read it, it wasn't clear to me that the vote was actually a vote on Ms. Padera's recommendation of a no vote. So it was a no, but the vote was in the affirmative. So if it's clear to everyone that was a vote in the affirmative on her recommendation of a no vote, then that's fine. But I just want to make sure that we're all clear that we recommended against that resolution. And so I think if the motion was a motion to approve Ms. Padera's recommendation of a no vote, then I think we're fine. If the motion was to approve the resolution, then the vote would be opposite because we voted against it. So it's a small point, but just in the future, I want to make sure that's clear.
So you don't think that if it says Ms. Padera recommends a no vote and it was moved by Ms. Padera, that's clear?
So if that's clear to everyone else, that the motion was based on her, the motion was a motion of, the motion was a no vote, then I'm fine with it. When I first read it, it struck me that could be interpreted to me a vote of 501 in favor of the resolution.
Well, I guess to be consistent with the format, we could say Ms. Padera recommended disapproval.
I think that would make it more clear.
Okay. With that change, any other discussion? On the motion, all in favor? It's unanimous. We move to the superintendent's report, which will be handed by Assistant Superintendent Janet Sheehan.
So we have a proposal for a field trip for our high school debate team. The debate team coach, Casey DeToli, has submitted this proposal, and she has included objectives, purpose for the field trip. This is an opportunity for 4 of our students on the debate team to attend a tournament at George Mason University in Fairfax, Virginia. This will allow the students to compete at a national level. The debate coach described this as an elite tournament, an opportunity for very high-performing schools to compete with other high-performing schools and students from across the country. So there are 4 students, 4 students attending, 1 chaperone, and that would be the coach, Ms. DeToli. She has included a schedule. The field trip will be January 8th of 2015 to January 11th. Students will be away for 3 nights. They will miss 1 day of school. That will be Friday, January 9th. At this time, they are uncertain of the mode of transportation. The cost of flying and the cost of taking the train are the same, so they have not come to a decision yet, and will provide us with an update on that. The proposal explains the adult supervision that will be put in place, how the safety of students will be maintained. Ms. DeToli has provided a detailed budget. It includes a proposal that also allows for some fundraising to reduce the cost. She has a communication plan with parents and an emergency plan as well.
Are you looking for a vote this evening?
For a vote this evening.
Okay.
And again, if we understand that we don't have all of the details right now around the transportation piece, but because it is coming up in January, I think a vote would be appreciated, and we can get back to you on the final plans for transportation.
Ms. Padera?
Just wondering, why are there only 4 students going? Is it something they have to qualify for? Will there possibly more students interested? Just wondering about that.
So the number of representatives from teams is limited.
Okay.
And so it was limited to 4 students, and it was the 3 captains.
Okay.
And 1 team member. So they're teams of 2. 2 of the captains are a team, and the 3rd captain plus that person's teammate would be going. And these are very strong debaters who are representing the Milton High School team.
Mr. Zulus?
Janet, there's a reference to the responsibility of the chaperone. Is the chaperone here the teacher, or will
Yes,
there'll be no
teacher.
additional chaperone?
That's right. Mhm.
I have a motion to approve.
So moved.
Second.
Any more discussion, Ms. Kelly?
So the cost per student is $200?
Yes.
I guess it looks like the debate team already has money in their account? Is that, am I
They
reading this
do. They
correctly?
have 2 sources. Let's see. One is, where are you here? So one is money from, they have an account balance
This is actually
of $1,040, and they have money from the Milton Foundation for Education, from an anonymous donor.
Well, I think that's great. I'm glad, very thankful that there are donors out there that are providing resources for these kids to take advantage of what a great opportunity they have, so that's great. Even though they are missing one day of school.
Further discussion? On the motion, all in favor? Opposed? Abstained? Sheridan, did you vote?
She voted yes.
It's unanimous.
Thank you very much. So our next item is a schedule of dates for, we have set dates for our kindergarten pre-registration, registration information night, and also for our grade 1 parent information night. We have posted a link on the district website, and beginning December 8th of this week, we posted our Welcome to Kindergarten notice, and parents we have been encouraged to pre-register, and those who do pre-register by January 12th will receive a registration appointment at kindergarten information night. Should they pre-register after that date, they certainly will receive an appointment. It may not be by that night. We have planned our kindergarten information night for Tuesday, January 20th at 7 p.m. in the Charles Winchester Auditorium here at the high school. And following the information night, kindergarten registration, all of those appointments will take place on February 10th, 11th, and 12th here in the Milton High School Library. I guess we should note that as of Monday, we already have 100 families who have pre-registered for kindergarten, so we're pleased to see that so many have responded so quickly. For our grade 1 parents, we've scheduled the following. During the week of February 2nd, kindergarten parents will receive an email each day with a first grade video link that will familiarize them with curriculum and typical days in the classroom. On the 9th, kindergarten parents will receive the first grade presentation, the presentations for the information night that will be presented at the individual schools. So on February 11th will be those building-based presentations. On February 13th, parents will receive their first grade choice forms. And on February 27th, that is the due date for the choice forms to be returned to the schools. We have copies of the flyer. That is the link on the website, if anyone would like to have one of those. And that's our schedule thus far for kindergarten and first grade.
Great. Questions? Ms. Kelly?
Just the video link is new? Question mark? No?
Second year.
Second year?
Yes.
Okay.
So it's sort of a peek at the programs. It's French and English Innovation Pathway activities, multiple content areas, including technology and STEM. We're updating some of those videos and preparing for those presentations
Great.
currently. And Chairman Walker, would this be a time for me to discuss happenings from Superintendent Gormley, or is there another?
Well, that's a good
Place.
question, since it doesn't appear anywhere on the agenda, so yes, I believe it would.
Okay, all righty. So we would ask families to refer to their school's calendar for a number of upcoming events, including holiday events. We have book and toy drives at the schools. We have food drives and holiday concerts. Under the calendar section on the website, please check events happening in the district and in the town and surrounding towns. On Friday, December 12th at 6:30 p.m. at the Collycott School, they will be holding a PTO movie night in the cafeteria, and they're going to be showing the Polar Express. At the Glover School, there are two musical events coming up, also on Friday, December 12th, And on Saturday, December 13th, at 7 p.m., grades 1, 2, and 3 will present Squirm, and grades 4 and 5 will be presenting Rock and Roll Forever. Winter recess is December 24th through January 2nd, and students will be returning on January 5th. The next school committee meeting is January 7th, 2015, and January 7th will also be an early release day for grades K to 12, and the early release schedule will be as usual. I don't know if Spencer has anything that he wanted to add to happenings.
Oh, no, I don't have any.
Okay, thank you.
Great. So, as I said, under Chairman's report, I just have one item, meeting request from the Warrant Committee. We have a request from the Warrant Committee to meet on Thursday, the 18th. That will be the first discussion of our budget. So that will be posted as a full school committee meeting, and everyone is encouraged to attend. We'll move to finance. Did you have a question?
No.
Oh,
That's January, correct?
no, it's December.
Okay.
December.
I
Next
thought we weren't
Thursday.
able to
Yeah, I don't
make
know.
that in time, so that's
Which-
great.
Okay.
No?
Move to finance subcommittee?
Can I just
Oh,
go
sorry.
back to that? So this is not the Board of Selectmen and Warrant Committee meeting talking about the 5-year projections.
No,
Oh.
this
This
is on the
is our
school budget.
presentation of the school
Oh.
budget.
Sorry.
So the Warrant Committee just wanted to make
Yes,
sure.
thank you for clarifying that.
Did we get any dates for,
Haven't heard
That
back.
joint meeting, haven't
No,
heard back.
we did say we're available anytime after the 14th, but haven't heard back yet, of January, that is.
and the only reason I bring it up, and perhaps it will require a follow-up, is we have a whole bunch of PTO meetings to schedule.
Right.
And
Right.
along with just the regular business, so the sooner we can lock down a time with them, the better off I think it will be for
Yeah.
scheduling those other meetings.
And moving to finance
Oh.
subcommittee.
Wow, we're flying today. So the first item is the approval of vendor warrants, and I believe we have one, Dr. Pavlicek?
We have one. It's vendor warrant number 24, dated December 11th, and it's in the amount of $292,785.08.
So I would move that we approve the vendor warrant number 24 in the amount that he just described.
I'll second it.
Thank you.
Any discussion on the motion to approve vendor warrant dated 12/11 in the amount of $292,785.08? All in favor? Opposed? Abstained? It's 2-3,
Oh, boy.
203.
203.
So does that mean the motion passes? Oh, isn't that nice? Okay, good.
Majority of those casting a ballot.
Very good. Okay, so the next item is the full FY16 budget.
At our last meeting, we went through a PowerPoint of the fiscal 16 budget, talking about the advancement budget again, just as a summary, which we voted, and also talking about the other non-advancement drivers of the budget, leading to our request for next year. After that meeting, there was some further discussion, and the document you have in front of you tonight has one addition to the request that we put forward the proposal we put forward last time. The administration is recommending the addition of a half-time preschool coordinator to oversee not only the various different special needs preschools, integrated preschool and substantially separate preschool, but also the child care program here at the high school and the newly instituted program at Tucker, and as we hope to expand it through the advancement budget to all the schools. This will take some of the effort off of various teen chairs who are, these are students who have a fair amount of special ed, these are classes with a fair amount of special needs students in them, and put some added burden on the teen chairs at those schools at which they're housed. And it also is an opportunity to coordinate the curriculum. So an amount of $30,000, which is a .5, the equivalent of a .5 position, Unit A, at our standard plug of a Master's 5 grade, which is what we use for a position, has been added to this. The difference between the budget you see tonight and the budget that you saw last week is the addition of a request for $30,000. And this is what we brought to the Finance Subcommittee for consideration.
Ms. Sheridan?
I'm just wondering where that appears, under which category?
Well,
Because it could be,
you caught me.
sorry.
It actually appears on the third page, which you call page 2 of 5, because it's the backup page, in the classroom teachers line, and that's actually a mistake. It belongs in the special ed classroom teachers line. That's why it's in the marginal comment on the right.
Okay.
But we actually, in discussing this should be a person with a special needs background, so it actually should appear in the special needs classroom teachers line.
Okay.
So we will move it there. But in this version, it's still in the regular ed instruction piece.
Thank you. So on the front page, it would be under instructional services, or?
In the front page, it's actually under instruction, but it should be
Okay.
under special ed.
Okay. Thank you.
Ms. Padera?
So just a couple questions. So this, you said this person would have a special education background, but they would also have early education, correct? And would they be housed at the Collicott then? Because, I mean, not that they wouldn't move around with their other duties, but they would be housed at the Collicott in support of preschool there? 'Cause that was one of my
They would likely
concerns.
be housed at because it's the largest program there.
Right, and that's where, seem to be needing a
Right.
lot of help over there.
But we would like to have a coordinator who could oversee all of the programs
Yeah.
and make sure that there's consistency with the curriculum. The current team chair and a new coordinator
Yeah.
would be responsible for all of the communications around early intervention for children who may have disabilities. And so this would be the contact person. This would be the contact person for other preschools in town who may need to refer a child, and someone who can make sure that children are identified, because that would really contribute to our early literacy initiative.
And would they follow I'm not sure about the schedule of the preschool at the Collicott. What's the schedule there? Are they there every day, the kids?
They are, some children do not attend 5 days. It depends on their level of disability.
So, but the schedule of this person, would they be there every day and half the day, or would it be certain, limited days they'd be there?
So they would be there on the days that they have the team meetings.
Okay.
They might be visiting the other programs,
Okay,
but they would be, most of the time, they would be at the Collicott.
okay. Right.
Sheridan?
I think this is a wonderful addition. I think that it's very appropriate and necessary, and I think it's visionary, really, in terms of looking at district-wide the needs of supporting these students and these families. And I think that that's a wonderful addition. I'm feeling, as we're talking about it and hearing about it and thinking about it, that it could very easily be a full-time position, so. But I think that's great. And would there be the ability for this person to be an evaluator for the teachers in the
Yes.
primary? Okay, great.
Yes, we would expect this person to assess students.
And
As they're referred.
teachers, no?
Well, the
Teacher
teachers would
evaluations?
likely have to assist with that, with the
No, I
assessments.
meant teacher evaluations, I'm sorry.
Oh, this is not a position this would be a Unit A position.
Okay,
It would not serve as a supervisor.
thank you.
Other questions? I have a motion for approval, Ms. Kelly.
Yes, so I would move that we approve our FY16 budget in the amount of $41,094,500. And forward that on to the warrant committee.
Second?
Any further discussion? On the motion, all in favor? It's unanimous. Well, we have no old business. Next meeting agenda items. January 7th, we will probably be discussing, to the extent that there is a gap between our request and what the warrant committee has offered as their funding level, and how we might close that gap. So we'll be looking at recommendations for reductions on January 7th for a vote. Citizens speak, we don't...
Actually-
Oh, Ms. Kelly?
Oh, no, I was just going to say, in terms of next meeting agenda items.
Yeah.
This has been widely anticipated, I think, throughout the community, but we may have a report from the policy committee on January
Okay.
7th, so we should have a placeholder for that.
With graphics and animation?
Well, no promises,
Kinda
and I
raised
don't want
the
to set
bar.
any unnecessary expectations.
We're so excited about that.
Okay. I'll entertain a motion to go into executive session, not to return to public session, for the purpose of discussing contract negotiation for non-union personnel, the discussion of which in public session would be detrimental to our negotiating position. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
This is a roll call vote. Ms. Kelly?
Yes.
Mr. Zulus?
Yes.
Ms. Padera?
Yes.
Ms. Sheridan?
Yes.
Mr. Walker, yes. Thank you.